This is Entree Gaming, and today I'm going to review all the Vagabonds in Summoner's War. This is my first video on this channel. I hope you enjoy all these videos. Hopefully going to start making some new Summoner War videos, not just reviews on everything. I'm here on my gaming account for Summoner's Wars, and we're here at the collection, going to look at all the Vagabonds, all their attacks and their skills, and see if maybe you want to use one, and I hope this video helps you a bunch. So let's start off with the leader ability. Increases the HP of all ally monsters in the dungeons by 18%. Pretty good. Cry of Challenge. Provokes all enemies with a 70% chance and increases your defense for 3 turns. Very good, of course, if you can get one of the Vagabonds that are all very bulky to provoke. That's very good. Slash Waves. Attacks an enemy with a sword 2 times. Each attack has a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack power for 2 turns. I think another basic skill for Vagabonds always, along with Slash Rocks, attacks an enemy with a giant sword, inflicting damage proportionate to your max HP and decreasing the target's defense for 2 turns with a 40% chance. This is good, but I do enjoy it better on the light Vagabond, which we'll see later. And now I'm going to read a review. After all of these, I'll read a review by the Summoner's War Guide app. I don't know the official name. I'll say it later in this video or put it in the description below. But they give the Fire Vagabond overall 8 out of 10 for 8 in the dungeon, 8 for arena offense, and 8 in arena defense. And of course for your runes, all energy with HP percent on 2, 4, and 6. So pretty basic for Fire Vega. Probably, I'd say, the 3rd best Vagabond. It's definitely better than Wind or Water, which we'll get to in a second. But I enjoy it, and I know a lot of other players enjoy it. So now let's go to the Water Vagabond. Here's the Water Vagabond, Alan. So let's go ahead and take a look at its skills. First, Strong Will, it's passive. When your HP is lower than 30%, the damage you receive is reduced by 50%. Automatic effect. It may be useful. I don't see a good use for its passive. And its attack is low, its defense is low. Taking it, of course, is just a 2-star when you get it out of the secret dungeons. But it's just, it's probably the 2nd worst Vagabond, I believe. Maybe the worst? I doubt. No, it's not the worst, I'd say. Maybe the 2nd worst Vagabond. It's outclassed by Fire, Light, and Dark. I just don't see it. I don't see it with this guy. Taunting Strike attacks an enemy with a humiliating strike, provoking the target with an 80% chance. You do get a 10% bonus with the provoke, but not much there. Maybe if you really bulk this thing up, it may be useful. And Slash Rocks attacks an enemy with a giant sword, inflicting damage proportionate to your max HP and decreasing the target's defense for 2 turns with a 40% chance. Of course, the basic skill for all Vegas. And for the Android Summoner's War Monster app, it gives it a 5 in the dungeons, arena offense is 6, and arena defense is 7. I do agree, of course, with the arena defense is 7. The dungeons, yeah, 5, and the arena offense is 6. I do agree. This guy won't help much. Maybe I'm not seeing the potential, but I just don't see it for this guy. So next up is the Wind Vega. Here is Royd, a very cool name for the Wind Vagabond that is awakened. Let's go ahead and look at its skills. First, Slash Wind. Decreases the enemy's attack bar to 0. Pretty cool. I know you get these guys early in the game, but most of us feed them, but that's pretty cool. The damage is proportionate to your max HP, and this attack receives a 30% critical rate bonus. Interesting. I've never seen people use Wind Vegas that much. However, I think this is pretty good, actually. I don't know. I'd like to see someone who uses it maybe in competition, or competitively, but that's actually very good. I like it, actually. I think, or maybe I'm overrating it, but that's pretty cool. Slash Waves, again, attacks an enemy with sword 2 times. Each attack has a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack power for 2 turns. Basic. And Slash Rocks, again, attacks an enemy with a giant sword, inflicting damage proportionate to your max HP and decreasing the target's defense for 2 turns with a 40% chance. Its stats are just slightly better for attack and defense, better than the Water Vega. This monster will be very easy to get. Well, I mean, you got in the beginning of the game, and I believe it's a secret dungeon if you didn't feed it. But that's actually pretty cool. And according to the Summoners War monster app for Android, Dungeon 7, Arena Offense 7, and Arena Defense 7. Overall a 7, and I agree with that. I agree that this thing is definitely better than water, but probably not as good as fire. Maybe if you can get an opportunity to really use that first skill, that'd be it. But that's pretty much it for this guy. It gets outclassed by the next two Vagabonds easily and the fire one. So let's go ahead and take a look. Everyone's favorite Vagabond, the Light Vega. Here is Darion, one of the most asked for Vegas on Light Day, or not just Light Day. I'm pretty sure the most requested secret dungeon Vagabond, and one of the most requested on Light Day Sundays. Of course, a very good monster, and I'll show you with its attack is pretty high for most Vegas. Its defense is high. Its HP is very high. It's a great monster. Let's go ahead and take a look at its skills. Knighthood. This is a great passive, guys. Decreases damage that all other allies receive by 15%. This effect won't add up to other damage reduction effects. Very good. It just really helps, guys. With Darion being bulky as itself and giving the defense buff to other monsters, this is just great. I love this the Knighthood passive. It's very good. Next is Slash Waves. Attacks an enemy with sword 2 times. Each attack has a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack bar for 2 turns. Again, we see this with the other Vegas. Doesn't really help, but the next skill does help. Of course, Slash Rocks. It may be basic, but I'm not going to read it again, but I find this very effective since Darion is very bulky. If you can get Slash Rocks up, I know all the other Vagabonds have this, but if you can get its accuracy up and then just decrease its defense or break its shield, whatever, it's very good. And Light Vagabond review, it is all 9, so Dungeons 9, Arena Offense 9, and Arena Defense 9. It's very good monster. I do recommend getting this on Light Day. Even though the chats will be probably filled up, it is a very good monster, and I definitely recommend getting this guy. And last but not least, the Dark Vagabond, a monster that has just come out recently as very popular. Here is the Dark Vagabond, a monster that has been finally getting out as one of the most wanted Vagabonds besides Light. I believe you pronounce it Jubel? I probably murdered its awakened name, but as you can see, its defense is very, very high. It's very bulky, and it was given as a login reward a few months ago, and I fed it to my Light Vega, of course, because I just assumed no one really wanted it, no one was talking about it, but I believe recently it's been very popular lately, and let's go ahead and take a look at its skill. Here's the Wander passive. Decreases the chances of receiving critical hit by 50% and decreases the cooldown of your skill each time you attack. This is a great passive, guys. Maybe even better than Knighthood, because if your opponent is running a monster that relies on critical hits, 50% down is absolutely amazing, especially for monsters like Fire Vamp, all those monsters that need critical hits with amazing critical damage. They're not going to be able to do that as much with this passive. It's very good, and once I get to the review, it's going to be pretty amazing that it didn't get higher. But next skill, Taunting Strike. Attacks an enemy with a humiliating strike, provoking the target with an 8% chance. Very good again. If you can make this monster very bulky, this would be absolutely great. I mean, this is, again, the 10% bonus. Instead of 70, you get an 80% chance. That's just great. And it's basic Slash Rocks, if you want to read it again. It is the same for all Vagabonds. But here is the review. Actually, the guide app only gives it 5s. Now, I don't know if they changed Dark Vega at all, but that's pretty underrated. Very underrated. That's saying it is worse than water. And I don't believe that. I believe it is the second best Vega. Maybe? No, I believe it's better than fire. Not as good as light. I guess you can say it's better than light in a way if it's just for defense purposes. Its bulkiness, it's absolutely amazing, and its passive is great. But again, all energy runes, I'd suggest with all HP percent, or you may need some guard runes for that defense. But overall, a very good monster. And the Vagabonds, they're very cool monsters, easy to get with secret dungeons, and that's it for this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. I'll have new Summoner War videos up very soon. Please subscribe if this video helped. If you want to suggest a rune build down below in the comments, feel free to go ahead and comment. But thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.